This is episode 3 of the Westmoreland Bros podcast.
So Brandy actually bought some seasonal cookies, and they're like, I don't know what to call them, like pumpkin spice or something. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, it's not our favorite, but they were actually good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. They were good. It was soft, which is key for any good cookie. I need a soft cookie, but it had like a unique flavor, and I think I just like sweets. At the same time, I don't like sweets. I'm kind of I don't know. I'm kind of picky with it. Brandy, what's it called again? Thank you. It's pumpkin.
Just when I thought it couldn't get
It
worse.
sounds so bad. It sounds so bad. Pumpkin cream cheese. So she made it. It tasted good. Yeah, I liked it. It's not something me and you would have gotten if we were together, living together still. But she bought it, and we tore them all. I'm not gonna lie. Me, her, and her mom ate them all.
It sounds like something mom would get back in the day. Mom be liking that pumpkin spice stuff and whatnot. I don't know if she do the cream cheese or not, but she liked that pumpkin stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't know it was called. If I knew the name before I ate it, I probably wouldn't have eaten it. But it was good. Yeah, it was good.
Well, hey man, we're talking about sweets, so we're just gonna dive straight in, man, to our first little blind rankings, you know? And I'm starting with you this time, because last episode you was hitting me back to back to back. So now I'm gonna start with you. This will be fun too. The first one made this specifically for you, bud. So these are sweets just in general. You can find at a fair, you can find at a fast food restaurant, wherever you go, you can find them. So the first one we're gonna start off with Oreo shake with no whipped cream.
Wait, the whole list is made for me, or you just made this one for me?
You'll see.
Oh my goodness. Oreo shake, that is one of my go-tos.
Whipped cream, y'all. This man do not like whipped cream.
One of my go-tos. Honestly, I eat that at Culver's, I eat that at Chick-fil-A, I eat that at Cops. Dang, I'm gonna say number one. It's kind of risky putting it at number one right away, but I don't know. There's not too much better than an Oreo shake, especially with no whipped cream.
Okay, so to add to that point, you mentioned like 4 to 6 restaurants. Do you have like a favorite spot where you know you're gonna go get it and it's gonna be right every time? Like, do you have one of them spots where you go, or is it just Oreo shake no matter?
I think Chick-fil-A and Culver's are pretty consistent. Honestly, Culver's might be more consistent than Chick-fil-A. They might be.
Ooh, shout out Culver's. All right, that's gonna lead to our second one. This probably gonna be the easiest one. Dippin' Dots.
5.
Yeah.
5. I don't like Dippin' Dots. I'm not a fan. I shouldn't say I don't like. They're okay, but if I go to a fair, I'm not buying it. If someone buys it, maybe I'll have a little nibble, but I can do without the Dippin' Dots. It's useless.
Double fudge brownie.
Double. Okay, double fudge. So when you say fudge, double fudge, you're saying like the fudge is drizzled on top of it?
The one that you like, that comes in that box, like the one that you be making, that mom used to make, that.
Number
And
two.
like this-
Number two. Number 2. You said once you say the one mom used to make, come on now. That's not even a question. That's fire, yo.
I'm a love following it up, man.
Yeah.
Funnel
I think I
cake.
can live with that.
Funnel cake.
Funnel cake, 4.
4?
4.
Oh,
4.
dang.
4. I
So you
love
got
funnel
6?
cake. Now, I love funnel cake so much, but me and Kennedy went on a cruise and we went to Coco Cay. It's Royal Caribbean's own island. And on the island, they have unlimited funnel cake. And I ate so many. I had at least like 4 funnel cakes because they literally make it and just give it to you for free. It's part of the cruise. And I had so much. I remember I threw up. And the worst part is I'm running to the bathroom to throw up. It's me, Tracy, and Kendi are all in the room. I'm running to the bathroom to throw up because I'm just feeling horrible. And I felt great the whole trip. I open the toilet to throw up, and there's a piece of poop in there, which makes me even more sick. And if you know anything about a cruise, the toilets on the cruise flush really hard. They flush hard. So I had to reclose the toilet, flush it so it wouldn't splatter in my face, and I immediately opened it and threw up. So it was disgusting.
Oh, so man, I remember that.
Yeah, I love funnel cake so much, but that moment has really changed my love. It changed my love of funnel cakes for sure.
This next one is a classic, man. Chocolate chip cookie, man.
That's a number 3. That's a perfect number 3, honestly. That's right in the middle. It's not horrible. It's not good, especially if you get a nice fresh chocolate chip cookie right out the oven. Nah, gotta be soft. Gotta be soft. Even a little warm. You don't want it super hot because then it'll fall apart, which I personally don't mind, but I know that's not the people's favorite. But yeah,
Dog.
overall, I'm definitely chocolate chip at number three. I think it's a pretty good list. I think I did pretty good actually. That's a pretty solid list. Maybe I would switch brownies and shake, maybe, but I think I'm
Hold
fine with it
on.
being number one, number two. Yeah, something like that. I think I'm cool with that.
Used to tear up the back in the day before inflation and before McDonald's started taxing. Back in the day, you took $1.06 up to McDonald's. We knew what we could get. We took $1.12. I mean, $2.12, $3.16. We knew we could get a full meal.
Yeah,
We get a McChicken. We get a drink. And Zach
yeah,
always had to get his 3 chocolate chip cookies. That's why I had to add it in
yeah.
this list. Because back in the day,
That's
that
true.
man used to tear him up every day.
That's true. I actually I was driving probably to Indiana, but I was driving and I stopped at a McDonald's, on the way, just grab something quick, cheap or whatever. And they didn't even have a 3-pack. It used to be 3 chocolate chip cookies for a
They
dollar
had
at
a 2?
McDonald's. They had a 2-pack. And I think it was more than a dollar. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, what? Bro, what's going
Yeah.
on? The whole point was it was 3 and they were good too. Because sometimes if you went to the wrong McDonald's, like you went to the one in the hood or something, the cookies were they were like literally the 3 cookies would be melted together. They would
That'd
be
be the
hard. Yeah, you could tell that they had it from the day before and they just reheated it in the
yeah.
microwave and it would not be the same. But if it was freshly made for those
That
3 for a dollar, especially with a McChicken for a dollar, unbeat the drink, McChicken cookies, $3.18. Unbeatable. Unbeatable. Like it was so
you can't
good.
get that now.
And I remember when they first introduced the cookie, like some stuff is back in our parents' day. The cookie was our day.
Yeah.
Like they dropped the cookie when we were around, so that was so good. And they kind of fumbled that by raising the price. I mean, everything's getting raised, so what can you expect? But that was
Sad,
so good.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to like the rib sandwiches too, which I don't like anymore.
Thank
Like they have
God, bro. I used to tear them mugs up, bro. Every time they had the McRib, my boy would have to pull up and he would say extra sauce, bro. I'd be looking at him eat this thing, the sauce just dripping down like a runny nose, and he just enjoying it. Disgusting. That McRib was the fake. That's one of the fakest things they ever came out with, bro. It's
the
disgusting.
McRib. I feel like it used to be good. I don't know. When I first was eating it,
Taste
it
buds
really hit.
different, man. Taste buds
It
different.
must be. I don't like it no more. I think what really impacted it was Quick Trip, which is an up north thing. I don't know. I've never seen Quick Trip anywhere else, and it's Quick with a K, not the Q. The Quick Trip. I've only seen it in Wisconsin, but they got their own rib sandwich that I will eat.
They don't got none in
And
Indiana?
no, I've never seen a Quick
Crazy.
Trip anywhere besides Wisconsin, but they made their own rib sandwich, and after I started eating that, that's when I stopped liking the rib sandwich from McDonald's. But rib sandwiches are barbecue-y type of food.
Yeah.
So I have a barbecue blind rank for you. So we're gonna rank barbecue foods blindly. Here we go.
What?
The first one on the list for you, barbecue wings.
2.
2.
2. Classic go-to, but I got a favorite above that. I gotta see if it's on here. I
Okay.
got my go-to for barbecue.
So barbecue wings are pretty good to you then. You're just hoping for one other one. We'll go next with the burger, fresh off the grill.
3.
All right, you get it. All right, it's getting rid you leaving certain spots open. The next one we're gonna do corn on the cob.
4. I don't know what's gonna be last, but corn on the cob can't be last, bro. Maybe some
Okay.
baked beans is in here. Hopefully, they throw them last.
Okay, we got ribs coming next.
Dang, bro, what the heck is left, bro? You really gotta say what I want.
How you feel about ribs? Come on, you got the 1 and the 5 open. You did
I know.
the wings at 2, burger 3, corn on the cob at 4. You got ribs. You got ribs. You got the 1 and the 5. What you gonna do?
I gotta put it, and I hope I don't regret it. No regrets. 5. I'm hoping my 1 is out there, bro. I really am.
You're putting ribs at the 5. The last one is baked beans.
In no world would I ever have baked beans at 1. I want to hang myself. Oh my god! I was hoping pulled pork would be on here. Pulled pork was gonna be my number 1.
Oh, pulled pork is good.
I love a good pulled pork sandwich, bro. You put that with the corn on the cob, maybe some baked beans, but I don't really care about those. Baked beans is my number one, sadly, but if I would have known that, I would have put ribs at one and baked beans last. But pulled pork is my go-to for barbecue. If you got a good pulled pork sandwich, I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up. I love pulled pork. I love it.
Yeah.
That was a
No,
good one.
pulled.
That's tough though.
Yeah. I love baked beans. I love baked beans. I know
Where
you
would you
don't.
have put it on that list? Would you have put it at number one or two?
The ribs, I'll probably put it one. Ribs are pretty
No, the
good.
baked beans.
If I knew the whole list, obviously it's a blind ranking, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
have. But I probably would have put it at 4.
Oh, okay.
Do I really like? I love baked beans, but like I would rather have a really good burger, or really good barbecue wings, or really good ribs. Everyone makes baked beans differently. It's kind of hard to mess up barbecue wings, and then same
Yeah.
with the burger. It's hard to mess it up as well because you can put so many different
Burger.
condiments on it. I feel like even if someone messes it up, you can like kind of put it back together yourself. And then ribs, I feel like people can definitely mess those up.
You can mess ribs up, bro.
Yeah, but that's why that's why I think they're so good. Because it's like when you get a good rib,
You in heaven.
yeah, it's the flavor, the barbecue, all that. So I think
And I
as much as I love baked beans today, I would have to put them at 4. Definitely above corn on the cob. Corn on the cob, my least favorite. If I don't have corn on the cob, I'm fine with that.
For the people out there, Zach has lived in 3 states: Indiana, Wisconsin, and Memphis. Now, obviously, Memphis is known for its barbecue, but you've lived in all 3. So, out of the 3 states you've lived in, where have you had the best barbecue?
Ain't that's so tough? It's
Mm-hmm.
like you should say Memphis.
Right, but
You
is it
should say
Memphis?
Memphis, but I don't know. I don't know if it's Memphis because I remember I was with some Memphis people and they was like, I don't even like the Memphis barbecue. It's overrated and yada yada. I mean, but like you see,
They grew up there though.
they grew up there and you see Memphis barbecue sauces everywhere. So it's hard
Yeah.
to, I don't want to disrespect Memphis by saying it's not Memphis, saying Wisconsin or Indiana. But like,
What you think,
know,
man?
yeah, they don't appreciate, at least people I was around, they don't appreciate Memphis barbecue like that. So I probably haven't had the best Memphis barbecue, honestly. Yeah.
So
If I had to
leads
pick,
you to
if I had to pick one, I'm gonna say Wisconsin purely because of our father. He would go
Oh
crazy
yeah.
with grilling. So, and he was in Wisconsin. So, I mean, in terms of like grilling and whatnot, I would say Wisconsin just because of the experience I had. But if I went to like, I know they have competitive barbecuing. So
Yeah.
if it was like that and I went to Memphis, I think that would definitely top it. But I haven't been there.
It was you just said our dad grilling. Fun story time about our pops. It's when we lived at our house. Now, throughout our podcast and all our episodes, we'll word stuff certain ways. Anytime we say house, this is our house that we grew up on Jolino Lane. It's the best house we've ever had. Yellow house. I'm not gonna put the address completely out there because obviously somebody else lived there. But off Jolino Lane, yellow house. That's the house. When we were at the house, Pops was barbecuing one day. He had just one of them little, regular grills, nothing fancy, I just say like the oval tall one. You take the top off, put the meat on there, put the corn on there, the burgers, whatever, you put it back on. Simple, not too much to it. This day, Pops is barbecuing, and he's setting it up like normal. The fire starts going, and he goes back in the house to, keep prepping and get the food ready to barbecue. Throw on the grill. And all of a sudden, we looking out, and our garage, we have a connected garage leading to our house. So the garage is open, and the barbecue grill is pretty close to the house right outside that garage. Long story short, never in my life have I seen somebody accidentally set a whole grill on fire. But by the time we went back out there, the grill was literally on fire. The flames were shooting up. It almost got the garage on fire. I mean, we had to act quick. It was the craziest thing. It was one of the craziest stories I remember as a kid because I'm like, I've never seen a grill on fire. Like, I didn't even know you could set a grill on fire. Like, is this what they're not supposed to be made to do that? So it was hilarious. It was crazy. We didn't eat barbecue that day on the grill, obviously. We cooked everything inside. But that was a funny story, man. Shouts out Pops for setting the grill on fire. That's legendary. I don't know who else dad did that. Who else did that? I don't know.
That was a crazy story. And fast forward years later, I remember we were at Brandy's house. And what's his name set the grill on fire, but he had like a gas grill, so that's different. His dad always used a charcoal. Yeah, they had propane or something like that, whatever it's called.
Yeah, under it, yep.
Yeah, and they couldn't even put the fire out. That was
They
horrible.
shouldn't have been on
But
the grill. Shout out my new family, but y'all shouldn't have been on the grill.
yeah, I don't know what they were doing. And they almost did it
Yeah.
again when I went over there this last week. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're not catching
So
on
they not a
fire.
barbecuing family.
It was just me, and I'm like, I don't, I'm not here for this.
Yeah, I don't
No.
do this.
Shout out to Mama T though. She did make some good
Mama
food that
T.
day, and she made some good food yesterday as well, which made me think of the barbecue. She made some baked beans, hamburger,
Mm.
brat. But yeah, I don't want to put out a grill. That
I feel that. Look, we talking about grilling, we talking about food. So I'm gonna go into my next blind ranking because it has to do with food again. Now this one, we're gonna focus on primarily pizza.
okay.
Now, we're talking about the places we can go out to eat for pizzas. So my first one, blind ranking, Domino's.
5. Well, Domino's is the worst. Domino's is the spirit of the pizza world. Domino's is the horrible, horrible,
Horrible. All right,
horrible,
Little Caesars.
horrible. 4.
Four.
I like that. Little Caesars is better than Domino's. I stamp it. Little Caesars is
Okay.
better than Domino's because
Cheaper too.
they're just as trash, but they're half the price, and you can get them on the spot, bro. Domino's, you gotta order ahead of time. You're paying more, and it's the same bad quality.
Jets
Horrible.
Pizza.
Jess is good. Jess is
Hmm.
pretty good. They got the like thicker crust. I feel like you get
Pan
more when you
style.
the pan style. I feel like it is a little more expensive, but it's like worth the
Yeah, it
price, especially if
is.
you get it. Especially if you get a good Jess pizza. I'll say number 2. I don't want to put it at 3. I don't want to put it at 1. I got some flexibility now. My worst spots are gone.
Pizza Hut.
3.
Ah,
I hate Pizza Hut.
I love
I
Pizza
hate Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut is so greasy. So greasy. I do
Hut.
not like Pizza Hut at all, man. I can't stand it. The only Pizza Hut I like is they little pizzas. I used to work at Target and they had these little pizzas, man, they would have out. They don't even have like Targets in or Pizza Huts in Target like that. At least the ones I've seen. But
I don't
I
know
would
really.
always get those little pizzas like for on lunch break with the breadsticks. Dude, that
Yep.
slaps. To this day, it still tastes so good. But when you get a big pizza for whatever reason, it's just so unbearably greasy. I would honestly place Little Caesars above Pizza Hut, but it's already at 4, so Pizza Hut at 3.
Dang. I remember we used to go back in the day to eat at the Pizza Huts, and like you said, bro, we'd always get it would be called the personal pan pizzas, bro. That'd be the best thing as a kid. You get them 4 slices, man, however you want it, with some breadsticks, a little soda. Used to be it, man. Last
No.
one. I showed you love with this one. I could have finessed you. It was between. I was gonna throw Rocky Rococo's in here. I showed some love, and I put Papa John.
Papa John's. Yeah, Papa John's. Papa John's is number 1 on this list. Recently, I have grown to dislike it a little bit. I think when you eat too much fast
Yeah,
food of something, you
it's annoying.
taste the fast food in it. Like you taste like the
Yeah.
chemicals or the fakeness. And so I think I went on a little streak where I could taste like, the stuff I didn't want to taste in the pizza. So I think that would just happen with any fast food joint you abuse. But yeah, Papa John's are number 1, of course. Thank you for the mercy. You could have definitely did some
You would have been
nonsense, but
pissed.
yeah, that'd have been horrible. But
Rocky Rococo's at number 1. You would have been
yeah,
sick. So look,
Rockies is worse than Jets. It's
well,
like Jets, but it's not as good. Like I have Rockies. Someone told me that Rockies went downhill, so I didn't believe them. I went like a few weeks after that, and they just don't taste the same. I don't know, but they just don't hit the same like they used to. I don't know why.
it's crazy, bro. I was working out in Madison, and they had everything out there is nicer.
Yeah.
So I seen the Rockies, and I'm like, dang, like this is the nicest one. People eating inside, chilling. So I was just
Hmm.
hungry, grabbed a slice, and it was actually pretty good. I was like, wow. But I'm not gonna go eat there again no time soon because I know it's not gonna be as good. And
Yeah.
I haven't had Rockies in years. So having
Right.
it that one time in Madison, I was like, oh yeah, this is good. So it worked out for me.
I probably would have put it a little above Little Caesars. Just
Okay.
to not disrespect all the good times I had at Rockies. I probably would have put it at number
Damn,
3, Jets
bro.
at 2, and then Papa John's at 1 still.
I'm telling y'all right now, man, we got some core memories, man. Shout out Inside Out. Rest his soul, man. Sam Zaleski, man. We used to eat Rocky Rococo's with our OG, Sam Zaleski. And it was so funny, you know pizza, when you buy it, it come in a box. So you hold the box like this. And Sam came over to our house one time. We lived the apartments. And my boy was holding it like a briefcase. He had it on the side in his arm. He was cooling. And I was just looking at him and I was just laughing. We still enjoy eating the pizza, but man, that's what we used to have it with Sam Zaleski. That's a core memory. Miss that man.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Sam, man. Sam
Oh,
was
Sam.
he was very old when he passed away for sure. He lived a very long life. Yeah, that pizza he brought was trash. That pizza was cooked. All the cheese was slid over to one side. It was, oh my goodness.
Man.
But I mean, I don't even remember what happened. We probably still ate it like it was
We
fresh
ate
or
it because it was
whatever.
Sam, man. Now
Right,
look,
but I
this
mean, my goodness.
this shows how goat of a Sam was. What is the quote that we will always remember by him?
I don't know.
Think twice, speak once.
He said that all the time?
Yes, he said that all the time. He was like, think twice and speak once. You got 2 ears for listening. You got one mouth, bro. He was
Hey,
like,
he
you want to
wasn't
listen
lying,
more than
bro.
you talk. Yeah,
He
that's that
wasn't
man.
lying. He wasn't lying, bro. If you listen more than you talk, you're gonna be alright for sure. I'm sick. I didn't remember that. My memory's so bad.
I
But
put you on the
yeah,
spot,
no,
bro. That's what it was. You had
it's
that. You
all
had them
good.
nerves hit you, man. So this week 2 of football. I'm happy my Chiefs won. We won by a field goal. Sorry, Mama T. The Bengals were not gonna win that game. You know what I mean? It was a very bad game by Patrick Mahomes. He had 2 interceptions, which is 100% unlike him. But it seemed like anytime we go against the Bengals, that's like one of our hardest competitions, bro. The Raiders used to be, but their team switched up a little bit. But
Yeah.
man, them Bengals be making us run for our money. I'll tell you that much.
I saw part of the game. I'm not a big football guy at all. Once I saw the score, because I did see it, they were watching on the TV. Once I saw the score, like when it's within a certain amount of points, you just know the Chiefs gonna win.
Yeah.
Like but Mahomes, he just like that. I mean, there's no other way around it. He's been doing it for years now. At first, it was like, oh, maybe this is gonna happen for a year, okay, maybe 2 years, and now it's just like they just control the game so well. So when you see a close game, I don't even feel no type of way about it. Like I just know they're gonna figure it out. They always do. I don't know how, but they do. That shit. At least in
Man.
terms of the past few years, like they're just like that for real. And
This is
I
her
don't know.
career, yeah.
I don't know if you consider Joe Burrow like a rival of Patrick Mahomes, but I
Yeah,
do
they're
like their
rivals.
matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like their matchup for sure.
They definitely are rivals now. And you're not huge into football, but your guy Aaron Rodgers had a bad week 1. He came back. He won in
Did
week
he get
2.
intercepted?
In week 1, I'm not gonna say yes or no. I didn't know he had a bad game. I wouldn't be surprised, but I can't remember off the top. But he's looking old, man. He's looking old.
Yeah.
He needs to call it after this year. If this is last, I don't know if he has a year or 2 left. But when this contract ends, he gotta go.
I think he'll do one more year after this year, if I just had to guess. But that's the reason I be saying he to go, or I did say he's to go. Now I don't know. It's always a debate. It's always a debate. But I felt like he was the GOAT because of his passing to interception ratio. Like whenever he passed the ball, like nobody ever intercepted it. And I feel like as Packer fans or growing up in the area at least, when we watch Brett Favre, that man would throw an interception like 5 times a game. He would throw 5 times a game. So then Aaron Rodgers comes around, and this man never throws an interception. It be dimes. It be dimes. Like he throws it so perfectly. So when we talk about the GOAT, like we ain't talking about winning because winning is a team thing, and I know the quarterback, has a heavy influence on the team at least offensively.
Definitely.
But like in terms of just having an arm and him being in control of what he can be in control of in terms of throwing the ball, like that man can throw it. He can throw it. He throws it so well, and that's why for years I argued that he was the GOAT.
I mean, that's cool. He's not the GOAT. He's definitely good. But
Who's better?
Patrick Mahomes.
Who?
You
The
heard
guy that lost
name.
to Tom Brady when Tom Brady was 45?
So let me ask you, how many Super Bowls does Aaron Rodgers have?
He has. I lose track.
It's only 1. It's not hard to track.
That
It's
might
only
be
1.
wrong. I gotta Google
You see,
that. It might.
you said is it? Because as a GOAT, you would expect more. Now, we won't even have to talk about what Patty has because it's more than 1. But when you look at Patrick Mahomes' game, everything y'all say about Rodgers, Pat does on drugs. This dude runs out the pocket. He scrambles well. He throws on a dime anytime under pressure. His interception ratio is just like Rodgers. I'm not going to say it's better, but it's very similar. It might be better though. That's why I'm shocked that he got the 2 interceptions in one game. That's not like him at all. Because he'll go through a season and have 50 touchdowns and have 5 interceptions. Like his stats line up just like Rodgers used to. But yeah, no, Aaron Rodgers is not the GOAT. He's definitely good. He was definitely a great, but nah. And I think he needs to call it. But speaking of Rodgers, that leads to the Packers paying Jordan Love over $200 million for no reason, and now the dude is hurt. He's not gonna be here for 3 to 6 weeks. The good thing is their backup, I forget his name, Williams or Wilson, something like that. He had a pretty good game last game, and he got them the win. It just happened yesterday, so he's showing up and helping them out. But I believe they paid Jordan Love that $200 million way too early because he didn't show anything. He didn't show anything. All he did was play QB. That was it. But for paying him that much is crazy to me. And now he's hurt.
First of all, his job is to play QB. Okay. Second of all, I do think players get paid too much too soon. Even when you look at the Ben Simmons situation, how much he's made over his career versus what he's done, or even Tobias Harris. I know Tobias Harris is a huge one. He's made $350 million, something like that, and he's done basically nothing. So Jordan Love, I know he had a good run last year, an impressive run, and people were like, "Oh, he's next up," and that could be possible. Maybe he will win one day. I don't doubt that. I think the Packers, for whatever reason, they just draft really good QBs. But I do think he got paid too soon. But I don't think that's a slight against him. I think that's just what this era is. Like, I think this era in general, they just get paid too much too soon. Like, they don't do enough before they get paid the amount. Even Dak Prescott, like, what has he done? Versus how much
they just repaid
paid
him again. I was shocked when they upped his contract to that. Like you said, I don't know why, bro. Because the dude, Dallas Cowboys fans, to y'all out there, and I know my auntie is one, my aunt Laura. To y'all Cowboys fans, you guys are the most loyal fans to the worst team ever. I even saw a video of not the opener, but the game yesterday, how the fans like stormed in as soon as the gates opened, like running for their lives to their seats. And I'm just like, what? Like, they fail every year. They just lost against the Saints. And the Saints, when they do their predictions before the game, every announcer had the Cowboys because
I saw that picture. That graphic is crazy.
Yeah, everybody had him. And like literally, bro, they got blown out, dog. It was 44-19. 44-19. And the running back, Alvin Kamara, how do you say his name? On the Saints, dude, he had, I think, 3 or 4 touchdowns himself yesterday. So, that's crazy. They was just killing it, bro. It was crazy, bro. But, yeah, everybody had the Cowboys winning because, hey, they probably should have on paper, but it's the Cowboys at the end of the day, bro. You can have whoever you want on that team. You're not winning, bro. This happens year after year. So, it was very interesting. But, yeah, shouts out New Orleans Saints, man. They was tied for the 4th most points through 2 games. They had 90 points over the last 2 games.
Dang.
Yeah. And
they undefeated right now?
Yeah, they're 2-0. Nobody thought that they would come out like this because just nobody thought that. But yeah, they've come out and each game dropped over 40 points, bro, for week 1 and 2.
One thing I do like about the NFL, you never really know. With the NBA, you can kind of look at like the superstars and whatnot. Like, okay, this gonna play out, that gonna play out a little bit, and it's gotten better. It's not what it used to be. Like, it used to be super teams where you really knew. Now, like we said before, like the Mavs made the finals last year. Nobody guessed that would happen. So it's more unpredictable than it has been in recent years for sure. But the NFL is always unpredictable. Like Mahomes could. What will this be a three-peat if he wins?
Yep, it'll be first three-peat in history.
Right, so Mahomes could three-peat 100%, and he could also get knocked out first round because it's just one game. And I'm not saying that's gonna happen. That's probably not likely or whatever. But the NFL is extremely unpredictable. So you talking about the Saints? Like nobody guessed that was gonna happen. Like that's just the nature of the NFL in general.
Yep, literally right here. It says the Kansas City Chiefs are attempting to become the first NFL team to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls, also known as the three-peat, if they win this year. So if that happens, that'd be crazy. Because obviously, it's happened in the NBA side. But like you said, NFL changes so much each year the underdogs for that year could be the ones who go to the Super Bowl
Yeah.
and win it all. Like that's just how the NFL is, bro. Because somebody could get injured, or that group of guys could just be really, really good, and they were just missing that one piece that they got in the off season, and now they're fantastic. So I'm hoping my Chiefs can three-peat. That'll be history in the making. But I also understand the pressure that comes with that, and athletes talk about that all the time. Even in the NBA, they're like, "If you make it to the finals this year, that next year you see how hard it is to get back, bro, because it's just." Whatever it is, that much pressure, that much stress, that much whatever. We don't play, so I don't know fully. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting if they three-peat, man. That's gonna be crazy.
But that leads us into our next blind ranking. Blind rank these all-time great quarterbacks. And we're going to start off with Joe Montana.
3.
So what, 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Any reason?
I'm hoping Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes are on this list. I should put
Okay.
him at 2 though. 3.
Aaron Rodgers.
4.
You said what?
4.
Why?
Cause he's good, but he's not number 5, and he's definitely not 1 or 3. I mean, he's definitely not 1 or 2.
All right, Peyton Manning.
Dang, I love Peyton. Whoa, that's my guy. Growing up, Peyton was my favorite. He was on the Colts, and then he got switched to the Broncos. I used to like watching Big Ben Roethlisberger as well. I got to put my boy Peyton at number 2, man.
Next, we're going to go with Big Ben.
Man, Big Ben was my guy. Big Ben, that's my guy. Him and Hines Ward. Oh,
You got 1 and 5 open. You got 1 and 5 open.
Dude, I gotta put him at 5. I gotta keep that one open. But Big Ben was that guy, man. Shout out Big Ben.
You didn't bite on the bait.
Nah, I think he stayed maybe definitely 1 year over. He should have possibly 2 years before he retired. I think he should have been out of there just because of how old he was getting and slow he was. I didn't like how they was hitting him so much. But Big Ben had a really, really good career. I always liked him. He's number 5.
And your last one, which is your number 1 spot, Michael Vick.
Oh, I can take that. Vic was also one of my favorites growing up. Vic with McCoy, with Deshaun Jackson. Man, come on, come on, man. They should have won so much more, bro. Shout out Vic. I've always liked Vic, man. He had his little hiccup with the fighting the dogs. I was just happy after passed. The NFL still let him back in to play. I believe he was on the Falcons for a few more years. Man, shout out Michael Vick, though. That was one of the best to do it. He's inspired the new generation so much. When you look at Lamar Jackson, he plays so similar to him. He runs a lot more. But Michael Vick was one of them first QBs who could literally throw that ball downfield 50, 70 yards, and you knew that the receiver was going to catch it. But he also, if he had to scramble and run, he could get 10, 30, 40 yards if he was running with that ball. So, yeah, shout out Michael Vick. I can live with that list. I know a lot of people out there going to think I'm crazy for that list, but it was a blind ranking, so just chill out. But that's a good list, though. I can live with that.
I know how much you love Michael Vick, and I thought you would put Big Ben at number 1, and that
I'd
didn't
have been
work.
sick if Vick was 5.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you would have been devastated. You would have been devastated if Michael Vick was number 5. But you did good. That's a good list for you.
I would have put Ben at 4 and Rodgers at 5. That's just because I like Big Ben way more. I like Rodgers for a little bit, but the problem I have with Rodgers is he just became a diva, bro. He became a crybaby. I just don't like that in any game, bro. Like, if you want your money, cool. If you want, I don't even know what else he wanted. He just wanted to win, but he couldn't win. I didn't like how he ended up going. So I was happy when the Packers actually traded him. But yeah, I could live with that list. I like that list. Shouts out Michael Vick. You number 1. Thanks for watching episode 3 of the Westmoreland Bros podcast. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you next time.